No one walking into the Guis Stadium expected a night like this. Not even the Atalanta fans who are used to madness every week. Chelsea arrived looking relaxed, headphones on, smiling like they came for a light training session, not knowing the storm that was about to hit them. The moment the whistle blew, it felt like someone had opened the gates of hell for Atalanta. They pressed Chelsea with a speed that made it look like every player had drunk 4 Red Bulls and signed a contract promising to run until their lungs exploded. Chelsea couldn't breathe. Every pass bounced off someone's leg. Every touch came with an Atalanta player sliding in like a man possessed. In the 3rd minute, Pasalic launched a rocket that almost broke the crossbar, and the rebound fell to Lookman, who somehow missed from 2 meters, making Atalanta fans scream like they'd been robbed. That miss was the warning shot. Chelsea were in trouble. Mauricio Pochettino stood on the touchline squinting, like he was trying to read tiny handwriting, wondering why his team looked like they were playing underwater. The shock arrived early. In the 12th minute, Ruggieri collected the ball, dribbled past 2 Chelsea players who looked like statues in a museum, then sent a cross so perfect it should be hung in an art gallery. Neto controlled it with a first touch that made the crowd gasp, flicked it past Desasai with a nutmeg so disrespectful it might be illegal in some countries, and slotted it calmly into the net. 1-0 Atalanta. The stadium exploded. Chelsea players looked around confused, asking each other silently, "Who allowed this kid to cook us like this?" Atalanta fans were already celebrating like they'd won the league. But Chelsea slowly woke up. Not immediately. First they panicked for a good 10 minutes, but eventually Palmer decided he'd had enough embarrassment. In the 30th minute, he picked up the ball at midfield and began gliding through players like he was playing on polished ice. 1, 2, 3 defenders gone. The stadium went quiet as he fired a shot into the bottom corner. 1-1. Chelsea celebrated like they had been freed from prison. For a moment, it looked like the match would settle. But Atalanta took that equalizer as a personal insult. They attacked even harder, making Chelsea's defenders chase shadows. Pochettino shouted instructions, but nobody listened, mostly because nobody could hear anything over Atalanta fans screaming like they were trying to break the sound barrier. Half-time came like a blessing for Chelsea, who survived only because Petrovic made 2 saves that defied the laws of physics. The second half began with Chelsea trying to look confident, but Atalanta immediately punched that confidence in the throat. De Ketelaere danced through midfield with such grace that even Chelsea fans clapped nervously. In the 53rd minute, Atalanta nearly scored again when Koopmeiners struck a volley that swerved, dipped, and looked destined for the net until Petrovic flew like a superhero to push it wide. Even Atalanta fans stood up for that save. Chelsea tried to counter. Sterling sprinted down the wing, but every time he got near the box, he lost the ball like it was coated in cooking oil. Jackson tried a shot so off target it almost hit a photographer. Palmer kept shouting at his teammates like a frustrated parent telling kids to stop running around in a supermarket. But Atalanta, they kept coming. And then came the moment that changed the match into pure chaos. The 78th minute incident. Chelsea tried to clear the ball, it hit the referee clean, perfectly ricocheted straight into the path of Lookman. And without thinking, Lookman unleashed an absolute missile. The shot curled, rose, and then dipped violently into the top corner. The stadium paused in disbelief. Chelsea players sprinted to the referee like they wanted to file a complaint on live TV. But the rule was clear, the ball hitting the ref did not stop play. The goal stood. 2-1 Atalanta. Gasperini celebrated like a man who just found forgotten money in his old jacket. Pochettino looked like he was aging 5 years per minute. The last 10 minutes were chaos, panic, desperation, everything mixed together. Chelsea pushed everyone forward. Even Levi Colwill played striker at one point. Atalanta defended like men who swore an oath not to concede. Blocks, tackles, sliding clearances, headers, even body sacrifices, everything. In the 93rd minute, Chelsea had one last chance. A free kick. Palmer stood over it. The stadium held its breath. He curled it beautifully, majestic, perfect, magical, but the ball smashed the crossbar so violently it sounded like a gunshot. Players fell to their knees. Fans grabbed their heads. Palmer looked like he wanted to disappear into the ground. Seconds later, the whistle blew. Atalanta 2-1 Chelsea. The shock was complete. Chelsea walked off looking like they had seen a ghost. Atalanta players celebrated like they had climbed a mountain barefoot. Commentators didn't know what to say. Social media went wild. A night expected to be routine turned into one of the most chaotic, dramatic, funny, painful, shocking Champions League match stories of the entire season. The kind of match that leaves everyone asking only one question: how on earth did this happen?